Hi, my name is David, and my group this quarter is focusing on the financial sector, specifically credit scores, right? So, what are credit scores and what do they do for me, right? So, credit scores are a numerical number that allows bankers and creditors to better understand how likely an individual is to pay back their loans, right? So, this comes in the form of credit cards or loans, whether they're big or small. Um, and this matters for the everyday person because loans are a big way to gain economic mobility, right? It gets you money that you do not have in the moment and allows you to make purchases that could help you in the future, right? This comes in the form of things like buying a home, education, or entrepreneurship, right? All things that can lead a person to go up a class or just to, yeah, gain more economic freedom, right? And this is a big part of the American dream, right? We're wanting to being comfortable with your money, and which is great. But the hard thing about the credit score system is that it is not accessible to everyone, right? There are certain people who just don't have a history of credit, right? People like international students, immigrants, or even the everyday person that just never got into credit, right? Not having a credit score would just greatly reduce the chance, if not diminish the chance that an individual gets a loan or a credit card and just removes that whole option entirely. They're just unable to have that sort of freedom to spend more money to just help them in the future, right? Our focus this quarter was to be looking at banking transaction histories and just see if that can help predict people whether people will pay back their loans, right? So that's our question. Is just can we predict whether or not an individual will pay back their debts based upon their banking transaction history using natural language processing and predictive models, right? So the reason we chose banking history is because it's something that most people have, right? We all want to store our money in some safe way. We don't want to carry it all around us just so we can get robbed. So the best way to do that is usually through banking history, but it also shows us their inflows and outflows, right? So it tells us how much money they're taking in, usually their income or just money they make, and then their outflows, which is how much money they're spending, whether it's on food or just everyday things. But it's a good way to look at a person's financials, right? So our hypothesis for this core is that we can make a binary classification model using Distilbert, which is a natural language processing model that will be able to predict whether or not someone will pay back their loans with an accuracy of above 90%.